Say hello, Shoogly Shed. Say hello, Euan.
Hello.
Hello, viewers. Today we are down in Euan's Shoogly Shed.
Welcome to the Shoogly Shed.
Came down for a visit. Alan killed the Bushidos somewhere. I'm sure he'll be back shortly, but I thought I would take full advantage of take full advantage of Euan's lathe to make a few bits and pieces. So Euan's got a good few stories and videos on his channel which I will definitely link up, but today we're going to be, I've not used a lathe much, I think once before, so this will be exciting. Maybe we can capture me losing a finger or something equally as clickbaity as setting my bike on fire. So we've got some plans. I need to make a few mounting brackets for Panther, mounting the mudguard and Panther. So this one here, going to make like a spacer type mounting boss for one of the uprights and the bracket. I'll show you when I get back to the garage. And then going to make a few more mounting bosses, I guess, for the actual mounting to the mudguard itself. So I'm going to do a little montage. Probably not going to speak much because it's really weird to be filming a YouTube with someone else. However, yeah, we'll get the camera set up, do a bit of a time lapse, and stop as we go along just to see how we get on. So enjoy. Wait, most importantly, the safety glasses. The safety squint.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I love it.
I vastly underestimated how long this was going to take. It's good fun. It's really therapy. Jesus, take these fucking awful glasses off. Yeah, it's really good fun. However, it is taking a while. First time properly, I guess, using a lathe. So, some learnings to be had. But yeah, this is taking a while. But so I've now got to a point where I need to cut this off. We'll part this off. I think I might put a nice bevel on here, or a nice radius on here. So I can dig out the tool to do that, and then I'll part it off, do the same on the other side. But yeah, it's good. It's good fun. Don't know how anyone enjoying watching the video or not, but yeah, for me it's really good. Let me know below if anyone's got a lathe, how much they use it, what they enjoy making bits with, and all that kind of stuff. But we'll pick this up once we're a bit further ahead and got the bits cut off. Alright guys, it is now 5 weeks, no god, closer to, it's a long time after I was at Euan's playing on the lathe, and I've been offshore, I've been back, I've subsequently caught COVID again, but there's an opportunity, now that I've cleared all my shit and got out of the way, to get the rest of this video finished. So we're gonna have a wee brewski, and I'll bring you up to speed of what's been going on. So, after I left Euan, I'd made one of these parts, and I realised that it's going to take me a lot longer than initially planned. So Euan kindly, I left him some of my stock, and he kindly went and made me the remaining bits that I need, and he actually ended up remaking one of the bits because I cocked it up. So I've managed to get the bits that I need. Ooh, nice, shiny. So we're gonna take the opportunity to get them welded up, get them mounted, get them on the bike. And this is one of these jobs that shouldn't in reality take too long, and me saying that out loud probably cursed it, but I've got everything that I need really. It's just a trim and an assembly job. So I've got these custom bits that I've bent to shape that need cut to size, that need these bits put on. So here for example, I want to cut this to size and weld this little bit on somehow, and that will be, and then cut this in the center and then put this other bit on here. Hopefully this all making sense. Oh joy, another helicopter. It's been a while since we've been interrupted by a nice helicopter. Oh god, that's really good beer. So yeah, we'll get the welder set up, we'll get these bits and pieces done and get this straightened out because it's a little bit skew whiff at the moment. So yeah, let's I'm looking forward to this. Actually, we'll have a look. I got a new tripod, but it's ironically I can't really show you how that works because it's literally attached. So actually yeah, I can. There you go. It's nice, it's got a nice handle and everything, and you can loosen this and do all kinds of cool shit with it. Anyway, my thinking is, so this was designed around, let's take over here. Right, this was designed around this bit here, obviously this being the rear carbon fibre mudguard. So I've got this bit here which is for mounting on the back caliper. So if I put that on here, okay, I can then get this bolt on, which is fine, and this width of this has been allowed to get a socket in here with enough clearance so that this still looks relatively stock. This is all going to be black anyway when you see it once it's done. So my thought is, let's just get this cut to size. Whatever that looks like, I think it'll probably be round about there. Obviously it'll be mounted over the centre, high enough up, probably about there to be honest. I'll mark all this up when I've got a free hand. Right, and then when this is, so then that'll get welded. This will hold the mudguard on. I think the mudguard actually, I'm going to just try and get it to be the same, track the same as that rear shock. And then on the front, that'll be cut in half. I'm only going to have them mounted on one side, but I should really clear my feet. Someone was talking to me about swearing on my videos the other day. I can't remember who it was, but apparently I swear a lot. Anyway, can't be any worse than that in the workshop. Anyway, this is the thought for the top here. I will again cut that in half, weld it to here. This has been designed so that this bolt sits through. No, should sit through nicely. Come on, you turd. Sits flush with that. Okay. I won't do it tonight, but I need to get a riv nut. But what I will do is drill through that and then just mount it with a bolt. So obviously whatever I mount on the underside will pull tight against this, will pull tight against that, and keep this thing mounted. For the front part of the rear, I will do the same again. Got another little boss here, that's going to go on like that, and then I've got this janky ass bit that I've started to bend. The real shape is here, I just need to trim it and repeat the same, and then that will probably, this whole mudguard will probably actually be closer to like this here, I think, rather than having it extending all the way around. So it'll have to line up somewhere to match on this. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh god, I sound hoarse. Hopefully it's, I'm gonna try this out, see that. Aha, that's awesome. Should have bought that ages ago. So I will set up the camera and have some more beer, have some more thinking time, and yeah, we'll just go for this. I probably won't talk a huge amount in this just because I want to get onwards, but I thought I'd better explain what my thought process was. But hopefully that makes sense. Quite looking forward to this. Hopefully I don't cock it up. One thing I'm thinking of, I'll probably drill a hole through here, I think, rather than trying to get the bit of metal lining up, if I can drill a hole through there and partially stick it through. On the other one that I made, I don't know, we'll think of something. I'll cut this bit first, get this bit the height it needs to be. Maybe I'll even just shape it the same profile as this round bit, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'll let you know what I end up doing, and you'll also see it in the video. Right, enjoy. welder off. Okay, so that worked quite well. Shh, please. Shh. That worked quite well. There we go. Yeah, what do you think? Let's have a little look. Let's go and have a. So I've mounted this. Well, it can be. Oh, fucker, that's hot. Anyway, that's pretty cool. It's pretty central. This is way tougher to. It's a hardened. Well, it's a tool steel. It's not hardened steel. It's a tools. It's a one that's nice for milling, but I completely blew the arse out of it initially. You can't really see it, but my welder was still on high, like a high setting. I think it was 110 amps, and it just burned back the. Also burnt myself. It burned back the edge of that this little boss. So caught me by surprise a little bit. I didn't really expect it to burn away so quick. Also, my welding helmet was on its darkest setting, which would explain why I had to put so many amps in it before I could see what was happening. So, a few lessons learned there before we go into the next one. So, much and such the same again. Hopefully it goes alright. It's one of these things, TIG welding. I do a lot of TIG. I built this big stupid TV cabinet, you can see in the picture here, which was all TIG together, which was fine, it was good fun. But nothing really prepares you for TIGging things that are on an angle or slightly different thicknesses each, or I tried to just, I did a bit of mix and match. So the small one at the end, I just fusion welded it together, autogenous welding with no filler because it was an alright fit up, and I didn't really think it needed it. Needed a full weld all the way around for visual purposes, but I didn't necessarily need to have filler in it. So yeah, I guess it's a work in progress for me learning how to TIG, as it is I'm sure a lot of other people learn how to use the skill, but it always blows my mind, and it's nothing quite like squeaky bum time when you're welding parts that have been machined specifically for you. So anyway, onwards, we're going to try again, get a few more shots in, and then we'll probably try and mount the mudguard. I've not got any riv nuts, but I have got some M6 nuts to go on the underside, so we could use these and some M6 nuts on the underside just to hold it on initially. So let's see how we get on. Fingers crossed we don't mess this up. Onwards. Okay, so there's a wee bitty of an issue. Not that I've not cut this too short, it's more the fact that the bends were never properly right here, which means it sits very close to the tyre. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of difficult to, oh hello! It sits very close to the tyre, and even if it's way out, it's not going to sit properly. So this is now the fixed part, and this is the bit that I can modify. I think, obviously not that bit, I've got some more rod. I've got some more rod. Oh, look at my rod. I've got some rod all around the garage. So I've also got a little bending thingy. So I'll probably end up rebending that. The battery is away to die, and the other one's in the house. So I'll get this bent and dick around with that. I think I've done a video on these before, how I bent these to shape before, but I've got a little bender here, the universal bender. So we'll get that rigged up, and I'll have a play around with trying to get this looking a bit better, because I'm really happy with how this one's looking. So I kind of just want to emulate this profile and standoff, which is probably the best way to do it. Excuse me whilst I die in my garage. These are in place. Pretty happy with how they look. This mudguard, I need to make a decision as to how far back it comes. To be honest, I don't think I'll make it a huge amount further back than this. I quite like the bobbed kind of look at the end. Don't really want it past really the midpoint, just because I think that looks quite good. There's a bit of flexibility in this front one as to where it goes. On here it mounts up real nice and tight. On the front maybe leaves a little bit to be desired, so I might need to tweak this ever so slightly to try and get this thing lining up a bit nicer. But what I'll do is this is crunch time because I can't go back after this point, so in terms of carbon fibre mudguard, because I don't really want to make another one, so I need to make a pretty good decision as to where this is going to go, where the holes are going to go. It needs to be dead on centre as well, so got a few different ideas for that. Leave it with me and I'll talk you through my ideas once I've figured out a plan. Alright, so that is pretty damn good. I am not gonna do too much fettling until I get some riv nuts sorted out. God, this thing needs to shut up again. Good little project though, quite happy with that, quite happy how it's sitting. Quite neat on here, quite neat on here. There's still a tiny bit of flexibility in there so we can tweak it to get it absolutely perfect, but I think for the most part that's pretty damn good. Quickly going to close this video before my battery dies again. So yeah, well, you saw what I did there. I took a bit of string and measured halfway, and that seemed to be the easiest way based on what it looked like visually as well for that mudguard, and it's pulled it nice and central too. So yeah, that's one job that's been sat there for ages needing ticked off in the Panther build. So not too many things more needing done at the back end of this before we can move on to the front end of it, amongst other things. But I'm away offshore again on Wednesday, so I'm not necessarily sure what I'll get done in that time, but good to get out here fiddling away and doing some bits and bobs on the bike. So if you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. I get some real good engagement with some of my new followers, so I appreciate that. Thanks for coming on board, and yeah, until then, I will catch you next time. See you later from Remotorcycled HQ. Fuck.